Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the seventh in the series of the Japan Times Sustainability Roundtable. My guest today is Chris Brooks, and Chris is Executive Officer and Design Director at a company called Garde, which is an international branding and interior design agency. For all of us, I think through this COVID experience, we are faced with the question of what does the office of the future, or even work of the future, look like? And today, Chris and his company have done an extensive amount of work on what the office environment needs to look like and how the office environment needs to reflect changing styles of work that we're seeing coming up. So today we'll be talking more about that. But, welcome, Chris. It's great to have you here with us today.
Yes, thank you, Ross. Thank you for having me.
Good pleasure. So we always start this off with just a little bit of discussion about what brought you to where you are now. And I have this theory that it's usually something that happened in your very young days that in some way influenced you to either come to Japan and cause some sort of passion or interest in Japan, or it caused a passion or interest in the work that you're doing here in Japan. So for you, what was that? Was there a moment like that? Was there someone or something that particularly influenced you to go into architecture or have an interest in Japan in your early days?
So there were probably two such moments that sort of led me to be here in Japan. The first one was when I was 8 years old in elementary school. There was a teacher assistant who taught me how to draw a simple perspective of a box.
Right, so you're just drawing a box.
A simple box, how you can draw it in 3D.
Okay.
And I sort of fell in love with this sort of concept of how you can look at something and draw it and replicate it onto a piece of paper. And so there was this art contest in the school. I had drawn one of the buildings on the school grounds, and it was selected to be on the cover of one of the programs for the year for the school. So from that moment, I knew I wanted to do something with architecture. So from a very young age, at 8, I was very focused on how can I get to that point. And so, of course, that led me to going to architecture school, living in New Orleans, and then eventually I came to Japan. Now, what led me to Japan was when I was in architecture school in New Orleans, I